Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're here with my man, Digo. What's happening, brother?
What's going on?
Chilling. You put the sunglasses on. I'm like, I got to match him.
Oh, well, this is how we do.
Yeah.
East Coast.
What was the look you said you were going for?
I was trying to look like a 90s drug dealer.
Yeah.
That's why I only have one gold chain. I have like a couple, but I said, what would somebody in the Wu-Tang do? And I said, all right.
Yeah,
They rock the
sunglasses.
sweatshirt, sunglasses.
There you go. Yeah. I think it's working. The sunglasses, is that like what takes it over the top? Now you really look like a 90s drug dealer.
That's the thing.
That's it.
You gotta stick to it, whatever you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta
Dig your heels in.
I know you gotta do it. Even if you get pulled over, even if people looking at you on the bus, like I was like, all right.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah,
I'm a good guy. Yeah.
No, I believe you. I'm gonna have to, I guess.
I guess you got to. I'm here. But no, I'm good.
Yeah. You said you got a couple chains.
I have 3 chains.
Okay.
I usually wear. But
And they got charms too. Okay. So you got to shake them like a real rapper in the video. You know how like at the beginning of a song.
yeah, they're mostly religious. Yeah, crucifix,
Okay.
medallion. Same though, got the cross on it. This is interesting though. This is from this Wakanda set.
Yeah.
It's Arrowhead. So I was a huge fan. Well, still am a huge fan. And so I wanted something, so I got this. So this is supposedly Wakandan. And then this is just a basic fake gold chain.
Yeah. I never seen Black Panther. I haven't. I missed out, I guess.
Is there a reason why?
I don't love superhero films.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You thought I was going to say something else.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say I saw every other movie. Like, I love the franchise, but Black Panther, that was like, interesting.
Yeah.
Why that one movie? Why? No. Okay, so not superheroes.
No, I missed the boat. I don't know.
I'm a big fan. He's not.
Are you? Okay. So
Yeah, we clash on this.
Also, what do you prefer? Like, or what don't you dig about it? Like, what don't you like about superheroes?
I think when I watch a movie, I like a
They're good.
story that hasn't been done 40 times already.
Okay.
Like, I like more of a drama if I'm watching a movie.
Okay.
Yeah. And only recently have I really even gotten into movies.
All right.
But my whole life, I also, as a kid, I didn't watch them.
Okay.
My pops put me on to fucking, like, kung fu movies as a little kid. So it was
All
like,
right.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about Spider-Man and none of that shit, you know? I
Okay.
still don't.
Well, Kung Fu was good. My uncle had a lot of those movies. But yeah. So you prefer dramas?
I think so,
Like
yeah.
what type of dramas? Like
Shit. I mean, I'll tell you my favorite movie is a Tarantino movie.
so that's my favorite director.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay, we found something.
Yes. Okay. All Tarantino. Tarantino, 100%. I don't care what anybody says. He's an effing genius. Yeah. My generation, the greatest director.
Oh, really? You think so?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Personally.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is my shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
I've probably watched that 7 or 8 times.
His worst movie.
right. So I don't know if I will put that
I
as
saw it on the tip of his tongue.
Yeah.
No, it was good. Let me tell you something. Well, I mean, Leo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt can't go wrong.
Sure.
But yeah, if I had to rank the movies, that would be, I don't know if that'd be my top 3.
Wow. That's again,
Bastards. Glorious Bastards.
Inglourious Basterds.
Everyone
right?
loves
That's
that.
one of my top Tarantino's.
Yeah.
Django,
Sure.
Unchained, of course Reservoir Dogs, and Kill Bill.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Let's just name them all.
I know, that's what I mean.
He's only making 10 movies.
Yeah, right. He's only got like 9.
good.
They're
Jackie
all-
Brown.
Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown's
That
great.
would be my top 3.
Yeah.
Yes, that movie is awesome. The soundtrack is like
The soundtrack's great.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, the thing about his movies is he kind of made his own genre, where he's got everything
Yeah.
in his movies.
Yeah. I was just thinking about Death Proof.
That's the one that I couldn't get through.
Oh, really?
The beginning, for whatever reason, I don't know why. It didn't lock me in like some of his other shit.
You know what? That movie is like meant to. It's like a what do you call it? It's like a tease, or I want to say tantric. If I have to use an analogy. Some of his movies like just is a build up, a build up, a build up, a build up, a build up. Then finally, like what I want to say, like the nut or the whatever.
The climax. Same thing, nut climax.
Okay, one of those. Well, when it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
And then that movie is the perfect case because it was just the build up, and you kept saying, "What's about to happen? What's about to happen?"
Right.
You know what I mean? Because usually the first scene, the opening, he'll get you.
Yeah.
But that Death Proof, yeah, you have to sit through it.
I gotta try it again.
And then when he hits you with, the last, what I want to say, 10
What
minutes.
happens? Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know. It took me a while for me to even get into movies because it's such an investment in my mind. Like, I got to sit here for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like if it doesn't grab me immediately, I'm like, I just feel like I'm wasting time. That's why I like music more because it's easier it's more palatable.
All
Like,
right.
you can find out quick if you're not into it or if you really like it,
Oh, okay.
At least I think.
No, I would agree.
Yeah.
Movies, you do have to invest. And it's funny, I was just thinking about that because the whole Oscar thing, I was like, I haven't seen any of these movies. But do I want to? Like, do I want to sit down and invest the time?
Yeah.
I mean, except Dune. I saw Dune. Which
Yeah.
was pretty cool. But yeah, no.
Well, last week, not to, harp on movies for too much longer, but last week we started off the episode talking about how bad Anora is.
Is it that bad?
It's boring, bro.
Oh, wow.
It's a boring fucking movie.
Now, that girl was in Once Upon a Time.
Yes.
Yeah, and she was crazy.
She makes the movie because she's naked a lot.
Oh, great.
So
That's definitely.
Yeah,
I've heard about it.
Yeah.
But good, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the I don't know. But that's like with a lot of those big award shows.
Right.
Like the Grammy, the people who win the Grammys, you're like, who the fuck is this guy? Who's this person?
Right, so wait, are there, like, there are a lot of sex scenes?
The whole thing is like she's
a prostitute.
more
I
or
get
less, yeah.
And then they get married.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And there are her tits are out a lot,
Okay.
which is the only reason I gave it above a 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they good? Are they?
Oh yeah. She's hot. She's definitely hot.
Well, see, I'm still thinking about Once Upon a Time where she was crazy.
When she's crazy,
and I keep remembering what he did to her, like smashed her face.
and the dog just rips her apart.
Yeah.
I love that.
But I gotta see Honora.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be bored for 2 hours, totally.
I mean, I think. Well, see, I'm like I have a huge imagination. So I like to see where things take me. So I don't mind the investment as long as it can be like in my head. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
And music is like that because I'm a musician. So yeah, music grabs me quicker, but it's good though.
So when you say imagination in reference to music, do you hear music
All the time.
all the time?
Like my life is a soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music that you've heard before or music you've never heard and you want to make or
Funny.
Yeah.
So I'm a musician, so I come from a background of like producing. I work for some production companies, written songs, session playing just as a pianist and all that stuff. But funny enough, and I'm not trying to go back to movies, but I recently, not had to, but watched Amelia Perez. Right?
Okay.
And funny enough, when you say like the songs that come in my head, after watching that movie, I'm like, I can make a song about anything. Like literally, I was crossing the street and I was looking at the light and I was like this, oh, look at that light. Because literally that's the movie. They sing about anything.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, so yeah. I guess it would be both. It would be like the music I grew up on, and now I'm opening my mind to this whole new like creating as I go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when you see new different like mediums when it comes to music, it really like it really opens you up. So now like I'm more into the creation, like the creative process.
Right.
I'm doing it.
Where before it was.
Before it was like definitely the soundtrack were songs I knew.
Got you. Okay.
Definitely they were, yeah, probably mostly songs I knew.
Right. Right.
Now I'm just like looking at things differently. Like, oh, I can create something. You know what I mean? But it's all in my head. But yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's where it starts, right?
right.
It starts up there. I think it's super important for anybody that makes anything to have time where they're not inundated with something.
Yeah.
Like time to think.
Oh yeah. You need
know.
time to think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
'Cause-
Especially when it comes to music. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when it comes to music. Now, you play piano
Yes.
only or.
I'll play a little guitar.
Okay.
Try to learn the drums.
Drums are so cool, bro.
Yeah.
I wish I could play the fucking drums.
I think I'm gonna dedicate some time.
Yeah. It looks hard. It looks so hard.
It does. You know what? When you learn coordination, because even on the piano, like you learn coordination.
Yeah.
So when I sat at the drums, I thought it was gonna be the same thing, but it's just coordination. That's it. It's just like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, something like, you know what I mean. So yeah, I think you could.
It's also an instrument that you got to find somewhere to practice.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
You can't get a drum set in
It's
your
gonna
apartment.
cost you. It's gonna cost you. Yeah.
I've heard the piano is like the gateway instrument. Does that like make it easier to learn other instruments though?
Yes.
Really?
Absolutely.
Like coming from a piano background, you can pick up other instruments easier.
I think that's the foundation.
Like what do you think that is? Like why is that?
Because with the piano, you have to learn theory, right? And theory is pretty much the basis, right? So theory is how you, like if you're performing, right? Let's say you tell the band, take it up a half step, right? Everyone can do it. Oh, yeah. You tell the band, take it up a half step.
Bring it closer where it's more comfortable. So that's what I see you leaning for it.
Where they, all right, cool. Where when you know theory, like when you know, okay, I can play in this key or play in that key, it makes every other instrument, every other thing you kind of touch easier. And that's because with piano, you do have to learn theory if you're going to learn it. Other things you can kind of get away with, like guitar, drums, you kind of just learn it. But piano, I think, is, yeah.
Why piano, do you think? Like, why do you have to go through the theory learning process? Because it's such like a basis of music, or?
Yeah, I think, the piano is, for me, was definitely, I do want to say like the foundation of any other instrument I picked up. And it was mostly because of learning the theory.
Gotcha.
And then it was like this chord to that chord to this chord. And yeah.
That's always so amazing to me when like you said, a band can be like, all right, let's change the key or let's do it this way. And everybody just knows, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And they just fucking start doing it. I'm like,
all right.
It's like a mystery language. How do you guys know?
That's it. That's the theory is the language pretty much of music. And when you learn that, it like translates different instruments.
Right. And you can be from anywhere.
Yeah.
You can, barring a language barrier,
Yeah, that's the theory is almost like math, I guess. It's the same.
Universal.
It's universal. Everyone, the same sheet music. You could be from different anything, but if we can read that sheet music, then we can play.
Yeah. Yeah, like I grew up playing instruments, but never, like I fuck around with the guitar a little bit. I got a couple of them over here, but
okay.
I never, it's always been crazy to me because when I was real young, I was in the school band and I used to play saxophone and I could
nice. Okay.
read music and shit, but
Okay.
eventually you fall off. I moved towns or whatever and
Right.
girls started looking better than the saxophone.
As they do. Yeah. As they do.
So, but now as a fucking adult, it's like, damn, all the pussy I'm missing out by not playing the saxophone.
Really? That's what I mean. Saxophonists get laid a lot. Not as much as drummers.
Really?
If you've ever been in a band, drummers for some reason
They get the most.
always.
Really?
Always.
Interesting.
In
I would
the
think it'd be the
background.
guy who plays the guitar.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah.
And that's because he'll probably be or whatever will probably be the lead. But yeah, drums get laid a lot.
Drummers clean it up.
They do
Okay.
because they're usually cool and they keep a beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can
can keep
listen
the
to
rhythm.
any song. They can do anything.
Yeah.
And they can like get into it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, it's so amazing because as someone who can't fucking keep a beat for more than 15 seconds or something,
Right.
I always like describe the drums to other people. I'm like, I always talk about how hard it is because if I just sat here like this, I'm going to fuck it up soon. Like, I'm going to fuck this up soon. Forget doing it for a performance or a bunch of different sounding drums and there's cymbals and there's different tempos and shit. It's wild. To me, it's wild.
You know what it is? For anything, practice.
Sure.
That's the basis, like discipline. I was just talking about UFC, and one thing I was because they had that recent fight. What was the kid Tank versus?
He fought a dude who he was supposed to beat. I forget his name.
Yeah, yeah. And these are like small
Lamont. Yeah.
and these are like guys who like just constantly like train, and it was. Just all these just recent fights just was reminding me of that discipline. And if you apply that to anything, even like the music, like especially an instrument, you'll get it.
Yeah.
Because you have the capacity, of course. Like you can put together all this, like, and people always say like, it seems like it would be difficult, but no, if you dedicate time to anything, I think that's the key.
Right. It's also like how bad you want to do it too.
Yeah, true.
But also when you're practicing, what are you, because you've been doing it your whole life,
Yes.
what are you looking for something? Are you just going, not through the motions, but for lack of a better term, through the motions so you stay sharp? Is there something you're looking for? Are you doing new stuff?
Well, definitely doing new stuff.
Yeah.
I'm doing my own like side projects, but I also am playing with some other producers.
Yeah.
So now when I practice whatever they send me to kind of refine it. But if I'm going to play a piece or something, it'll probably be like Stevie Wonder or something. I'll try to perfect one of his songs. Like, I'll just keep going over and over it.
Yeah.
Something like that. But now I'm just like kind of, like I said, I'm in a creative space.
Yeah. So you're making more of your own original.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And helping other people. Yeah.
Yeah. So did it ever bother you at some point when you first started learning? Did it ever bother you that you could only play other people's songs? Or were you always like, oh, this is dope, I can play Stevie Wonder? Or were you like, I want to play my own shit?
Well, you learn being classically trained. You learn that other people, like the foundation of whatever you're going to learn, you know what I mean? You have to learn their approach to it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Their fingering style, their this, their that. But I think you come to a point where you say, as they'll call it in music language, improv or improvisation. So you might look at a piece and say, I can make it better. I can do something. So I did go through that. The more I learned about music, the more I said, well, I can kind of like remix it. You know, so I started to, I started to do both. I do like, I always say, like any dime or anything that comes from music should be split between Stevie Wonder, and it's going to be controversial, but Kanye West.
Okay.
Right? Those are my two
Yeah,
inspirations.
let's get into it.
Right? those are my inspirations. Any
yeah.
music I make, I always say, what was Stevie or what was Kanye? Because they've been a part of my development on both sides. Yeah.
Kanye on the production side.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think he's...
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's my top. Yeah, yeah.
Well, he's one of those guys that it's, he has an idea. He's what we were saying. He has sounds.
Yeah.
And he's like, we got to find a way to make this. And then when it's made, everyone's like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then it ends up being the thing.
Yep.
Everyone's like, well, I guess we'll do it the way he's fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he has a way with sound.
Right.
Like, he knows, he understands it. Like, you know what I mean? Recently, I'm working with this, I'm helping co-produce with this guy, cool guy. And when we go through, like, Machine and MPC, like those pre-mixed sounds, I didn't know how many loops just were, like, everyone was using. Like, just basic, like, you can literally go through the machine and maybe be hundreds of loops.
Yeah.
And then you just use that loop and you make a song over it. And I'm like this, so that's how these kids are getting away with it.
Yeah.
They don't have to sit down and build like a Kanye West or Stevie Wonder. Like, Kanye still builds.
Yes.
He builds these tracks from the bottom. It's not like,
Right.
He's crazy, but his music is exceptional.
Right. Well, that's what you get. I mean, you want a legend. They're a little crazy. They're a little wacky.
Oh yeah, he's a lot of what's going on. I don't know.
Well, he should stay out of the T-shirt game. We'll say that.
He should stay out of the T-shirt game. He should stay out of the social media game.
Yeah.
He should stay out of all the games except the studio game.
Yes.
Like Kanye, if you could just stay in the studios. I mean, the clothes were cool up until a point, but
Yes, the sneakers are great.
yeah.
Yeezys are great. Just the white T-shirt, kind of a wild move. Just a wild move.
super wild move.
Yeah.
Gotta say, super disrespectful.
Of course.
Like, it's, you know what I mean. If you're gonna shake stuff up, shake it up in a
tasteful manner.
Like, that's really spitting in people's faces because they're like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's that's like a real slap in the face. Like, do it. Do it like how, I don't know. Not to give me suggestions, but like, I guess Disney or Trump or, like, you know what I mean? These people who are quote unquote racist or Nazis, at least they didn't, like,
actually kill people. As far as we know,
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, but those, musically,
Yeah, for
people I
sure.
look up to.
Yeah, anytime you get in any fucking genre of anything, to go back to the UFC, I mean, or fucking boxing, Mike Tyson, that dude was a lunatic,
Right.
but maybe one of the greatest
Absolutely.
to ever do it,
Would never, ever, ever want to challenge Mike Tyson. I don't know. What's this kid? That kid, Logan?
Jake.
Jake.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They made a lot of money.
That they made a lot of money, but still, Mike Tyson is, I don't know, he's still scary to me.
Oh, yeah, for
Like,
sure.
he's like, Mike is like a menace. I'm like, I don't want to chance it.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, the thing is to regular people like you and me,
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's still terrible, and he could knock us out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, easily.
But you take a kid like Jake Paul, who does train.
Yeah.
He does fight.
He does.
And he's young. He's 27 or 28 or whatever. It's like,
But he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to take anything from him. Like, his talent. Like, it was fair. I'm not going to say definitely not, but I don't know. Mike Tyson is just still scary.
yeah. But you don't get that guy unless you got a lunatic on your hands.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know?
I don't want none of that. Like,
And it also makes you think about what you want for yourself.
we're right.
Like when people are like, I want to be the greatest. You're like,
Yeah.
you sure? It's,
There's a lot of crazy that comes with that.
yeah.
I've seen it, but being great is also great. So
Yeah, of course. Of course. Being good is great. How about that?
being good is great. That works. That works.
Being good. So Stevie Wonder, So as far as blind pianists go, I always go Ray Charles, personally.
Okay. If I had to go a blind pianist, no, it's always Stevie, number one.
Yeah.
But Ray Charles, good second.
Yeah. That's kind of it, right?
I was trying to think of another. I was like, who else?
Who's the other dude? He sings though. Is it Bocelli who's blind?
Oh yeah,
But he sings.
He's a tenor, opera guy.
Yeah, that's not as cool, in my opinion. You can sing with your eyes closed.
Right. Well, I mean, some people do it.
Yeah.
I was trying to think. I thought there were some other ones, but no, I guess not.
Yeah, top two. For sure.
Yeah. Top two, top 1 and 2.
Yeah, man, Stevie Wonder. One of my favorite songs is "Living for the City."
Oh yeah.
That might be one of my favorite. You have probably a wealth of.
Yeah. I just love mostly it's. I just think it's really, really beautiful. Like his music.
Yeah.
Like when he really gets into it, I'm like this. Wow, this is some like pretty ass music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
easy to listen to.
Easy to listen to.
Yeah.
Just that's what I would hope any musician or any person who creates anything will want to happen.
Yeah.
Like someone to listen to your like stuff and just be like, wow, you made this and this is taking me away. This is making me feel some type of way. I guess that's what art's supposed to do.
Sure.
And so I like when people do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you want it to resonate at some point.
Yeah, but also I wanted to touch me though.
Yeah.
Like, not in a,
in a musical way.
Yeah, in a musical way.
Stevie's not here right now.
No, he's not. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
No, but it should touch you. It should, like, it's best when it does that and you go to a different place.
Right.
But then just a bop, because you can just get into a bop. But like even Kendrick's last project, it's his song Reincarnated.
Oh man,
everyone should listen to it. It's just this song took like, and I was riding the bus and I missed my stop. I was so into this song because it was really powerful. Like
so good. I'll run through a wall listening to that.
Yeah,
song.
it's like
it's awesome.
That's what artists should do. That's why him, Stevie Wonder, all these people, even Kanye at one point, to me they surpass, like they make you, they change, like I don't know,
your brain chemistry.
They do,
at least for a moment.
They do,
They
do.
There's sometimes you listen to a song you can't stop thinking about it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I love those.
Yeah,
I love those.
And another good thing about Stevie Wonder and a lot of the guys that are considered to be great, a lot of musicians that are considered to be great, is they're not incredibly pretentious.
Right.
Like the music. Maybe their personality is whatever, but the music itself is like we said, easy listening.
Yeah.
Not that it's still very technically sound, of course.
Right.
But it's not like, I listen to this because it's smart.
Right. Exactly.
Which has its place too, but
I mean,
not as fun.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not when you have to do all that with music. That's what I like. I like when even what you said from the beginning, that's why music is easier than movies, because it touches you. Like when the beat comes on or the guitar or the piano, you know how you're gonna feel.
Yeah.
And then you get into it, like you hope it kind of, takes you to a place.
Yeah, of course. You can hear a song that just legitimately reminds you of something, good or bad, that happened. You're like, damn.
Just recently, Irv Gotti, may he rest in peace. Remember Irv Gotti was some Ja Rule, Ashanti.
Yes. He died?
Irv Gotti, yeah.
Recently?
Uh-huh.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, maybe probably like 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Oh, man, really?
A lot of people died.
Holy
like,
fuck.
Yeah, Irv Gotti. Rest in peace.
Roy Ayers, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He did. Roberta Flack.
Damn.
Too
much.
Yeah, but yeah. I was remember when they was playing all those songs, I was like, "This wow, that was like high school, out of high school
Yeah.
for me." And it took me back. Oh, I hadn't heard those songs forever. I'm like, when the last time I listened to Ashanti?
Right.
Not that I'm shitting on Ashanti, but I mean, when was the last time?
Yeah.
And then when they came back, I was like, "This." I remember where I was. I remember chilling. Yeah.
Yeah.
So music is powerful.
It is, man. It is. When you see a fucking whole stadium
Right.
singing along, it's
Right.
like, this is like a ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Absolutely.
like a fucking shamanistic
Yeah.
something. There's one guy, well, not one guy, but there's a group of guys, group of people,
Yeah.
and they're just making noises and singing, and it's like,
And they control
Yeah.
tens of thousands of people.
yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
it's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And the thing about music is you can make it in a way. So I'm a comedian.
Oh.
So the reaction I want a specific reaction. I need you to laugh.
Right.
Where music, you can get people to laugh, you can get them to dance, you can get them to cry, you can get them to be mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of different ways you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, which is always
No,
it's interesting to me, at least.
the beauty of it.
Yeah.
The beauty of music.
So you went to school for music,
Yes.
and what prompted that? Has it always just been? Do you come from a family where there's musicians or? anything like that?
No. My mom, may she rest in peace. I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. Right.
Okay.
So the bottom line, she basically said, "You're gonna do something besides fall into this trap, or not do anything." So, for a very young age, she put me into music, and put me into music school, and then from there, I went to a few music schools, settled at BMCC,
Okay.
and yeah. So I learned it early on, but then I kind of grew to like it, and then I just loved it.
Gotcha. You took to it quick.
Yeah, it was good.
Interesting. So, not a history of. You got anyone in your family that's
Nope.
really?
I'm the only musician, yeah. Or the one who's at least practicing.
Sure.
There's talent. I know there's people in my family who can sing and, have all types of talent, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty much, like, I pursued it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Interesting. Because I always ask people that, especially people who, whatever way that they went in life, I always want to ask, is there other people in your, because there's really no accident a lot of the times,
right.
like you hear of a, like just last week we had a girl who's a rapper, and she said her mother would sing and her dad was a writer and
Okay.
creative, so it kind of makes sense that she went a creative route,
Right. Yeah, I had none of that.
Yeah, just all you.
It's just, well, my mom. It was
Your mom,
it was
of
her
course.
saying, like, I want you to be productive. I want you to be a productive member of society or whatever.
Yeah.
So she put me in that, and then it just grew. It just happened to be a match.
It was the thing.
Yeah, that might have just been like whatever divine. I don't know what you want to say. Fate or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm always amazed when people find something they like as a kid and they never stop.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think it's important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
People forget that kids are human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're just little human beings, but they're going to grow up to be big human beings.
Right.
So, like, let's try to make them, the best we can. You
Sure.
know what I mean? But, yeah, I like it when people find their talents. I like seeing people discover their talents or what makes them them. I think that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's also, when you get to a certain age, you forget all the child stuff.
Right.
You lose your creativity, you lose your imagination. Things become more complicated for one reason or another.
Yeah.
Like when you're a kid, to make a friend, all you have to do is say, "Hey, I'm Antonio," and they say, "Hey, I'm Digo." Cool.
Right.
And then you just hang. You go fucking run around in a circle.
Right.
Now it's like for whatever reason, people are so nervous just in that particular scenario to be like, hey, making friends is like a thing that's foreign to adults.
It is.
It's like if they're not friends with the people they work with, then it's like,
right. It's I mean, yes, very on the nose. But these, what do you call these things? These machines, these phones.
Yeah.
Whether you're religious, spiritual, whatever you are, if you believe like in the evil, like you believe in the devil, these phones and social media are the devil. Like that's the one constant thing that brings us down.
Yes.
Like the constant comparison, the constant just always looking at somebody doing amazing things. Mm-hmm. And you feel like, what did I do today? Like, I'm fucking watching somebody, I'm just saying basic.
Yeah.
Like, ESPN highlights, like watching someone shoot a half court, win $10,000, or watching your friend just come from the trip, and you get that fear of missing out for no reason.
Right.
For no reason. Like, I know I can't make that shot, and I know I didn't want to go to that trip, but I'm just watching people do the best things. And so, I think social media has really made people, I don't want to say not like people, but it's made people like
distant.
Yeah. Because then you get upset, like you can even get like, and it's more than jealousy, in my opinion. It's more like I'm getting mad at this person for being so amazing.
Yeah. Right. How am I supposed to live up to this shit?
And you're not supposed to be that way. It's sort of like, oh, Antonio got a show. That's what's up. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this. Oh, great. So, but when you see, he has a show. Oh, now this person living their dream. Oh, now this person living their dream. Oh, this person doing something great. Oh, you see what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't think that's healthy at all. I don't think children should be on social media or should have phones. I think adults should limit it. But,
yeah,
that makes it hard to make friends. Back to the point.
No, yeah,
it makes
you're
it
right.
super hard to go out and
even fucking. I mean, I'm single. Like even meeting women. All my friends are on dating apps.
I was just about to say Tinder.
Yeah, all of them are on it.
I was about to say Bumblebee. I was about to say Bumble or
fucking Hinge.
Because we have this false idea of, what do I want to say? I don't say options, but we have a real bad. We've become consumed with the idea of there's always something else.
Yes.
We've become like obsessed with that, and that's why we never settle on anybody. Right? It's hard to say, and I'm not saying, you can separate sex or whatever from it, but commitment. That's something that people feel like, well, if I don't have it here, I can just swipe to the left. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
That's what I mean. Social apps, phones are the devil. Like they've warped how we should interact and meet with people.
Right.
They've completely warped it, and it's like, even when you do see the pictures, it's like, okay, you meet like, it may not be the same.
Because they only post perfect.
They only post perfect pictures. So it's like,
everybody you
does can't,
that. Yeah.
You're not, I mean, not comparing anybody, but like you literally have to be like a Victoria's Secret model or something to be the same exact, like, which you wake up, you know what I mean?
Of course.
As you are, and that's just not realistic for like any of us.
Sure.
But every picture you see somebody, they woke up amazing. They woke up like fresh. They woke up, and it's like every picture of you is perfect. No, that's
sure.
That's
every scenario you're in is perfect.
Every
video you post is great.
Every video your quote, your bio, everything is just is like, what are you setting me up for? You know what I mean? I haven't been on apps in a minute, so I don't know what that game is about now, but. When I did do it, it was like, what am I setting myself up for? I'd rather have just met you at the bar.
And I think women appreciate that now.
Yeah.
Because they're not getting approached nearly as much. It's all apps or some stupid shit. Yeah.
Because there are a lot of hoes.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You can speak freely, man.
There are a lot of hoes. Well, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah.
So it's, especially when it comes like to dudes, I guess, or however you want to define yourself, it's always like getting laid is in the back of your head. You still want to get to know somebody, but that's in the back of your head. So if you get rejected, just swipe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, and so then that's breaking down the whole idea of one commitment or being one person. Like I said, the devil. Like if I would say, like sugar, TV, what they say are bad for us, processed foods.
Yeah.
I put social media and phones right up there.
Right.
Like I think they're destroying us quicker.
It's also another, to your point about it being the devil, you don't need to really do anything to get anything.
Bro,
like,
nothing.
Relatively. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could order us a full meal right now with alcohol. We don't got to move.
I'm just, can you imagine? Yeah. Like, that's life now.
Yeah.
And then you just go there and then you watch on your TV whatever you want to watch.
Yep.
Because you got the internet there and you don't have to, you can go on TikTok like me.
While the show's boring, you can scroll. We're just pounded all day.
The whole thing, option. So I never have to commit to anything. But I guess that would be the warning or whatever.
Right. That's why I find reading to be a good exercise.
It is.
Where it's like, yes, it can be entertaining, but it's also you're working on patience.
Right.
You got to sit here for an hour or however long you can stomach reading for.
Right.
You know, and you kind of need to focus, or else you're gonna have to go back and reread like a fucking idiot.
Well, reading that'll definitely keep the mind and the imagination fresh.
Yeah.
But it does early on I learned that it doesn't necessarily have to be a boring ass book.
No.
Like if you like comics or if you like any type of action novels or whatever like that. I tend to read a lot of the free comics on the apps, like the Marvel and DC apps. The ones that are free, and I feel like I'm reading. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel successful. It's not James Baldwin, but yeah. But yeah, I like to do that. I like to just read something. Keep the words in mind.
Right.
Going.
Well, we get such a bad taste in our mouth about reading because when you're in school as a kid, they're like, you have to read from this list. There's 12 books. You can pick whichever one you want, but you have to read from this list. And you look at them all and you're like, these all suck.
Exactly.
These are all boring. I'm not interested in any of these.
Right.
So you look at it as like a chore. And then you get to a certain age where, at least for me, I'd like decided, I'm like, I want to start reading.
Okay.
And you kind of start with stuff that you like, whatever it is.
Yeah.
For me, it was biographies of people that I think are cool.
Okay.
So it was like, I'll read this Lenny Bruce biography or this Jimi Hendrix biography, whatever. Something that is, and then you can kind of go off and pick something else. That's what helped me, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Whatever that thing is. For you, it happens to be comics, which
counts.
It counts.
They do. I mean, I read. I've read a few adult books.
Graphic novels and shit.
Graphic novels.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I agree. But with the whole reading, we should carve out time for both.
Yeah.
Honestly, but we should spend way less time on social media.
It's also so much information. We have more information than ever.
Like, what the hell do you need? If I was a kid, I guess what do you want to call them, Gen Zer? I'm millennial.
Gotcha.
Millennial. And so I look at them and I'm like, what are they doing? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they should be, I don't know. They should be doing so much more.
Well, it's like a double-edged sword because in theory, to have more information is good.
Yeah.
Like, we know more about everything. We know more about the government than we ever have. We know more about...
True. That's true.
Right?
That's scary, but true. Yeah.
Yeah. We know more about actors and music and famous people than we ever have.
We know how to make meals in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
We know genocides that are going on in countries. Yeah, that's all good.
But at what point is it the law of diminishing returns, where it's like we're just getting people are so guilt stricken and nervous all the time, and at least I get that occasionally.
I do.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
I agree. I think we're at that point. But I also think, there's a lot of freedom in knowledge, I guess.
Oh,
so that's
yeah,
why all these young kids, they feel so empowered because they're like, well, I know the law and the Constitution said, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you do. So, you know what I mean? They go out there because of what they learn, but I think we should. I don't know if there'll ever be a tipping point, but I know we're going to have a whole lot more access to like everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, like the devil, devil was an angel at one point.
Oh yeah,
it's good,
absolutely.
Bad.
Yeah,
mostly bad, but some good.
I mean, well, that's a whole conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, choice options. Mm-hmm. That's the real devil.
Yeah.
And those phones and all that gives us options.
Yeah, I think the most detrimental part of it all is porn.
Yeah, porn is...
Bruh. It's endless. Even when you're not on a porn site, it's like Instagram is just fat ass.
Oh, yeah, that's it. The algorithm. Yeah. So when people say that, I'm like, no, that's your algorithm.
Yeah, that's your fault.
That's what you look at mostly. Like,
yeah.
Because if you look at how to make food, then it'll show up. But no, porn is... I would definitely... Yeah, watch out for that.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, it can be cool. I mean, it depends however you want to use it or whatever, but like too much of that is
bad.
No
bad.
Bueno.
Yeah.
It really warps you.
Yeah, it does. For sure. It's obviously easier to access. Do you think that states putting a ban on these things are a good idea?
Yes.
Okay.
Because and I don't mean I don't think there should be a ban on anything. I don't think anything should be banned, but there should be absolute like regulations. Like, yeah, I mean, it says you have to be 18 or older to access a porn site, right? Now you can just click yes.
Yeah, of course.
But if if let's say a minor, somebody, a 16-year-old, had to register themselves with the phone, so that means they couldn't access anything over 18.
Right.
Because they would be registered with it. I think like you can do safety things, like, you know what I mean? I think you can, or like they do in China. They only give those kids 20 minutes a day. Like TikTok, so like 40 minutes. The rest of it is learning, discipline. You know what I mean? Like, I think it can work, but you have to like regulate it.
Yeah.
And seeing porn at a young age didn't necessarily warp my idea of sex. It got more warped as an adult when I had freedom, the explosion of the internet.
Yeah.
That's when it became an issue. But I think everybody's gonna read porno or access it. As long as you know the difference, and you teach kids about sex.
Right, which they don't.
They don't. Like,
very poor job.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Really stupid. And then you want to eliminate all anyway.
Yeah. You know what it is? I think it's also anytime something can make money, the public's view changes on it. They're almost in favor for it.
OnlyFans,
that's the porn route, but also think about video games now.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a kid, I'm 27. When I was a kid, my parents were like, get the fuck away. Go outside.
Yeah.
Now it's like, you can make some fucking money.
Yeah.
Go on Twitch.
I was just about to say.
Make bread on that fucking thing.
And if you like video games, I'm like, Why not?
Yeah.
But you do have to go outside.
Eventually.
Like you have to be human.
Yeah.
Instead of becoming, I guess, a machine or part of it. But
Well, I think obsession is good
okay,
in some sense. I think obsession is good. That's how you get good at things.
okay,
But me saying that, I'm also a bit of a hypocrite because I have a lot of other interests. Like I love doing stand-up, and I want to get good at stand-up, so I do it very often. But I also like playing the guitar, like we said before. But I don't put a pressure on myself in that realm. I also like to write. I like to exercise. I like to do other shit too. I think that is helpful. I think all those other things help whatever your main thing is.
okay.
You know? I don't know if you feel the same way, but
Yeah, no, I agree. Doing the same thing. When you love something, don't let it get boring. Right?
of course, right.
That's why you have to watch out for like relationships and marriage and all that, because sex is gonna get boring, right? It's
That's what I've heard.
It's gonna be the same thing, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at it like this, if you want to use it or compare it, if you experiment, you know what I mean? You can have the one thing that you like.
Yes.
But experimentation is what's going to make that one thing better. So, I'm sure like learning the guitar, you've had those like shit or like whatever moments that's translated into comedy.
Yes.
Like you might tell people like learning the guitar is fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like that's how you sharpen that one sword. So I completely agree. Like
Yeah.
I can't stay with just doing one thing. I have to go into. I don't care if it's like a game night or it's. I don't even know what's the last thing I did or learned. Oh, I can't remember.
That's how cool it was.
Oh no, working with this. No, working with this nonprofit theater company.
Okay.
They had these warm up exercises that they do, and they recited like excerpts from like plays and all types of stuff, and it was really good. Like it gets the vocal cords and it gets a warm up and stuff like that. So yeah, that was the latest thing I learned. I explored.
And it's still in like the performance realm.
Yeah, it was
So it
very
helps.
good. It's like
Yeah.
just in general, like you said, like you were saying, just doing that sharpened being a performer, and not even sharpened like vocal things related to vocal, like all types of stuff. So I would absolutely say, if you're a painter, if that's your main thing, yeah, like go into music or go
sculpt something.
sculpt or go
Yeah,
act
yeah.
or do a play or
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that shit helps. Now, have you ever do you do lessons? Do you ever teach anybody? Do you have students
I used
occasionally?
to.
Yeah.
I used to teach, which was cool. I used to give private lessons, and yeah, that wasn't bad.
Did you find that it helped your understanding of your own music and your
Oh
own
yeah,
instrument?
definitely.
Yeah, right.
Because then you have to do the research.
Yes.
Somebody might ask something, or you might say, "Let me check on that," and you just kind of get better.
Yeah. It's also going over stuff that you forgot about
Yeah.
as a beginner, or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that. It's teaching is good.
Yeah.
I think that's how you definitely pay something forward.
Yeah, I always ask that too, because it's like you hear coaches sometimes where they're like, they competed at one point, and then they'll tell you winning as a coach is infinitely more rewarding,
Oh yeah.
because it's like, I know what I'm capable of. I can go out there and win. I understand. But then when you take somebody that's a blank page,
Yeah, exactly.
relatively,
Yeah.
and you're like, damn, that motherfucker just,
Right.
that's my student. He just did a whole performance for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I added something to what they had. So teaching is cool. Yeah. I would say, if you can, go out there.
Yeah.
show somebody something.
Now, at home or wherever you practice, do you have a full piano, or you got?
Yes, I
You
have
do?
a Yamaha. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's cool. Like like I said, it's mostly now just like a reference thing for me. But when I used to play, it used to be like set up like for performance.
Yeah,
But now it's just like just for playing.
got you. I was always amazed at how, first of all, it's technically a percussion instrument,
Okay.
from what I understand, right? Because the hammers are.
Yeah.
That's what I was told growing up, at least. The hammers are hitting the strings. It's like a percussion instrument.
Yeah. It can be classified.
But how do you tune one of those fucking things?
Oh, so you have to a tuning key.
Okay.
And you have to tune string by string.
Gotcha.
So it's like like a tuning fork tuning key.
Yeah.
And then what they call them pliers, I would assume. I don't know the exact name, but then you twist it and you tighten it or you loosen it so that the sound looser makes it deeper, tighter makes it higher.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Now that's crazy because when I think of a guitar, it's very quick.
Yeah.
To tune a guitar to whatever key you want. But if you're doing it to a piano,
Oh no, that's why I mean Yamaha electric piano that it works the same.
That's perfect.
Because the keys are weighted. It's
Yeah.
like the same. It's a full piano, but it's always tuned because it's electric.
right? Yeah, yeah. That is nice.
Yeah.
So, how often do you get in front of audiences? How often do you play aside from your show, which we'll mention?
So I don't.
Yeah.
Mostly, I used to. I used to be in a few bands. Definitely did my own music, but in general, I don't perform out.
Got you.
Unless I really feel motivated. I like now where I'm at is to give space for other people to perform and to showcase them.
And that's your show, Midnite Service.
Midnite
yeah?
Service, yeah.
Okay. How'd that get started?
Funny enough, I was working on this EP, Amen, which is my first EP. And because it had like a spiritual, for me, undertone, I guess I would say, I thought about like the performances or the shows that I would do from it would be sort of a service. And to tell you the truth, like I said, there are two people, Stevie Wonder and Kanye West. Part of it came from his Sunday service.
Right.
I like the idea how the choir, they took popular songs, kind of redid them in a spiritual way. And so that plus Afropunk. James Spooner, one of the greatest people on earth, he created Afropunk. And so the idea of creating a space that could be like, spiritual, taking people higher, but still a come as you are, like live music showcase.
Right.
And that's pretty much, that was all those things coming together.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Afropunk. What would be
Afropunk.
I guess because it sounds like a completely foreign to me. I don't know that if I've ever listened to any.
Afropunk back in the not too back in the day, but anyway, there was this little show. Now it's like huge. It's all around the world. But there was this little show called Afropunk that this man, James Spooner, created. And so it would be mostly like black and kids of color who like punk and rock music. A lot of skateboarders, a lot of goth and all that. And so, but it was really a come as you are. You know what I mean? Type vibe.
Yeah.
So you like rock music, mostly punk, like, and so so that was pretty much one of the foundations of Midnite Service. Was I wanted to promote all different types and all different styles of music, and provide like a safe space for that.
So as far as have there been like mainstream bands that have come from that show, or?
Well, this is the 5th one. I just celebrated. It's about to be 2 years in August.
Well, I'm talking about Afropunk.
Oh, Afropunk.
Because is it a genre as well, or am I misunderstanding?
No, it's just the sort of cultural thing of people of color who like rock music.
Okay, got you.
So, but now it's everybody.
Yes.
It's everybody. And they've had, now it's like,
Because I'm imagining like Living Color, Cult of Personality.
yeah.
Okay,
Sort of,
kind of like that. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So that's, and even Midnite Service is still that. It's still the idea of coming to want to leave higher, like, you know what I mean? Like when you do a music showcase, you listen to music, whether you like it or not, you should always pull something. And like we were talking about earlier, that feeling you get, I try to facilitate that feeling. I want you to watch somebody and get that feeling from one of their songs or something.
With no bar of entry, anybody can come.
Anybody. Come as you are.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah. I mean, in anything you're doing, that's the best way. I hate when you go to a thing, you go to a show, at least in my field, I go to a genre, I go to a show and it's like, everybody's kind of here to see the people that they know.
Exactly.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As people do, and they might come see the band, they might come see the person they know, and then leave right after that.
Yeah.
But like I said, if people are really moved, or people are really enjoying it, or they feel like it's a good flow, or ebb and flow of energy, they'll stay for the whole show, and it'll be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had a friend back home. I mean, he's still my friend, but real eclectic guy. But he used to be a strength coach, and him and his buddy rented out a spot in a gym, and their clients was like a fucking from every walk of life. You'd have a big jack dude who's trying to be a bodybuilder, and then you'd have a mom, and then they were training a lady that was like 90.
Oh wow!
Just like an old woman, and it's to your point. It's like those are the best places for people to grow.
Yeah.
Because there's no pressure. There's no,
right.
I gotta sound kind of like I gotta make this group happy.
No.
We're all here, kind of working together, figuring stuff out, and we're happy in that.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
That's also be a part of the music showcase space, is figuring out on what people like, what you don't like, Have
you come across shows that follow a similar similar model as yours? Not necessarily in the vibe you cultivate.
Yeah, I've drawn from a few open mic spaces. I've seen a few shows that leave it open in that way. But I draw from like I cross promote. Like if you come to Midnite Service NYC on Instagram, I cross promote all different Boutry Poetry Club or Pink Frog Cafe, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's a space for all. For all to come if you want to check out other spaces or check out other people doing the same thing. I'll provide that.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Is it usually original music, or are there people doing covers?
Some people may do a cover or two, but it's mostly original.
Okay.
I like for it to be original bands.
Yeah, that shit's dope. I used to host an open mic that I would call Sunday Service.
I'll see.
On Sundays.
See.
And
that's the next one. April 20th.
Really?
This is the first Sunday I'm doing, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, is it Easter?
That's Easter.
April 20th?
Yeah. Can you double check that, Billy? When Easter is? I'm pretty sure it's April 20th.
It might be the weekend after.
Okay.
I think it's the 26th or whatever that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it is the 20th.
It's the 20th.
Yeah. It is the 20th?
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
That's perfect. Well, it's perfect for I don't know, for attendance.
That's what I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But It is at midnight?
Well, no. So the idea, it used to, or would have them on Saturday nights.
Oh,
So it was
gotcha.
midnight service to go into Sunday service.
Got you.
But this is the first Sunday, one on Sunday, so I call it Sunday service.
Got you.
And so I'm going to feature a gospel artist, but then some hip hop acts. I might have this one kid who's a Jewish rapper,
Okay.
and he raps mostly from his faith.
Oh, man. I don't know if we're thinking of the same guy. I'm forgetting the guy's name I'm thinking of. He's also a Jewish rapper.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, doesn't matter. If I knew his name, I would have said it.
Yeah. We're figuring out. I got a couple of responses. Like I post looking for artists.
Yeah.
So this should be a good show.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And that's the next one.
April 20th. Yeah, 8 p.m.
And how often do you do the show?
I wanted to do them like every 3 months. So this is number 5. So I've had 5 since almost 2 years.
Oh, wow.
August 26th, 2023 was the first show.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It must be exciting to watch it grow and see more
It
people
is.
show up. And
It's nice, and I love seeing like just artists have that space.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think it's cool when you can, provide. It's funny. All these nowadays, before because they didn't have social media, but now they putting all these old videos of like Chapel Roan and Doechii, and then like 4 or 5 years ago at an open mic.
Right.
No, none of the glam, none of the makeup, none of the big money behind them, but performing these awesome songs.
Right.
Who knew they would be the hits they are? You know what I mean? Because they didn't have all that behind them, but that's what I like. I like seeing someone do that.
Yeah. And then you're like, that motherfucker showed up to Midnite Service.
They showed up just wanted to perform their song and did it. So
Yeah.
that was good.
I think there's a famous video of Travis Scott.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same thing you're saying. There's
Right.
like nobody.
Nobody there.
Yeah.
And they're doing it. They're doing their thing, and it's like somebody provided them that space,
Yeah.
and they perfected that. So that's the hope.
Yeah. You got to be a little delusional,
You do.
if you're going to try and make a living
Yeah.
in an artistic way.
You do. You have
know?
to. Yeah. And that delusion was gonna. Persistence was going to get you to where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Delusion is going to help you be persistent.
Yeah. Right.
That's what's going to help you do.
Exactly. You kind of need to live like
Yeah.
in the moment now,
You do.
but looking like it's all going to work out. I'll be good. But right now I need to keep working on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how it's going to happen.
Now, do you go to performances?
Sometimes
To
I
watch?
haven't been, but yeah, I used to.
Yeah.
That's how I used to actually look at other artists
Okay.
and see who might want to come and be a part of Midnite Service. But yeah,
Do you listen to a little bit of everything too? Because I know we mentioned Stevie and Kanye.
yeah, I listen to I like the what's new kind of playlist,
Uh-huh.
like YouTube Music, Spotify, whatever, Tidal. So when they make their little mixes about what's new, I'll listen to it and I'm like this. Okay, I like this or I like that.
Yeah, it's always so exciting when you find something
Yeah.
new and you're like, this is fire. I fuck with this.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Even if it's old, it's new to you.
Yep,
I love that shit.
I still love it.
Yeah.
It goes on a playlist. It goes like boom, liked.
Mm-hmm. Like I was that kid listening to fucking Led Zeppelin,
Oh yeah,
but I'm like 12 because my dad. I have older parents, so it's like I grew up on old shit.
so that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I had to catch up with everybody else, to the new stuff, whatever it was, and at
Right.
that time. But
Well, I mean, well-rounded. I think it's you never know what you're gonna like until you're exposed to it,
right,
or you get a chance to say, okay, let me check this out, or you have parents who, which is the best resource to check something out.
sure.
But yeah,
I do think, to go back to the social media stuff, one of the best things is that you can find independent, new
yes,
stuff that you're into, whether it's
Absolutely.
music or
Well,
anything.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Social media has been it's been good if you use it like when I started to use it for business, it became great.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like the algorithm went to artists I'm looking for and went to venues and stuff like that. When I used it just for like social, I was like, no thanks. I'm like, yeah.
One of the fucking stupidest things, one of the stupidest videos on social media in my genre video are those ones where people pretend like they're waking up. You know what I'm talking about? They're like laying in bed and they like take the covers off and they're like, this is my morning routine. Like the guy didn't fucking wake up, set a camera up, lay back down, pretend to wake. Like it's, I don't know if you've seen those, but
Oh, no.
they're so stupid.
No, I haven't. But I get into it like the sillier or the stupider that's right on my alley.
Oh, yeah.
That's mostly my TikTok. But I haven't seen those, though.
Yeah. Those are stupid because it's ironic, because they take it seriously.
Well, I mean, you're going to do all that to wake up perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking weird.
I can get with that.
Well, listen, dog, this has been a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to wrap this thing up.
Oh, this is cool.
Tell everyone where the next show is.
So it's at the Shrine. You can find it on Instagram, the Shrine. It's in Harlem, a venue. But go to Midnite Service, MIDNITE Service NYC. That's the Instagram, and all the info is there. So,
and
at Midnite Service NYC.
And your music that's out, people can access it somewhere.
Yeah, you can. I mean, if you want to follow me, I'm a Jesus freak but meek. So that's JESUSRFREEK BUTMEEK.
Okay.
Jesus freak but meek.
Gotcha.
And that's where you can find the stuff that I do.
Okay. Dope.
You know?
All right, gang. We'll talk to y'all next week.
All right,
Peace.
appreciate it.